So there's the wrong way to think about what you're worth, and there's the right way to think about what you're worth. And the wrong way is the way most people think about it, which is, here are some quotations, real live quotations from people who say to me, my clients refuse to pay what I'm worth, right? And that could be because you've asked them to pay what you're worth and they say no, or because they have no idea what you're worth. But I think this mentality of my clients refuse to pay what I'm worth is the wrong way to think about it, and I will tell you what the right way is. Another variation on it is, why can't I get my clients to pay what I'm worth? And this is connected to getting word of mouth or taking what comes along. Because again, if you don't go looking for the people who are in a position to pay what you think you're worth, then the people who find you, you can't change what their ability to pay is. And I hear that in these quotations, that you're trying to basically ask people to do something they're usually not in a position to do, right? And so that needs to be understood. In a way, what I said in session 1 applies here, which is that these are pricing problems with marketing solutions, right? These are not pricing problems. There are marketing solutions which have to do with going out and finding the people who can pay. And this is wrong because your value as a person has nothing to do with the value of your services. And this is especially challenging, I think, for creative professionals because you're doing something that you love and you really enjoy it, and it's very personal to you for the most part, which is fine. But when it comes to the business side, when it comes to the pricing side, I encourage you as much as possible, and this takes time, to separate yourself from your work, to be as objective as you can about what you're doing and not care, if possible, not care what anyone thinks of it. You do your best job and that's all there is to it. But that's not your value as a person. Hopefully your value as a person comes from much more intrinsic and essential things, not the value of the work that you produce. All right, so try to separate those two things if you possibly can. And again, it doesn't come immediately, it takes time. Also, your pricing has nothing to do with your value. It has nothing to do with the value of the work that you do even. Your pricing has to do with the value that your clients get from the work, right? We were talking a little bit about this in session 2. Zane was telling us about value-based pricing, which I will ask him to reprieve a little bit later when we talk about it again. But the idea is that the value of your work is not about the work itself. It's not about the time it takes you. It's not about your years of experience even, which is not to say that those things aren't important. But what's really most important when you're pricing is what is the value to your clients and what are they willing to pay. That's the thing to focus on. It's a mind shift. Again, it takes time. I don't expect you to get it right this second. That's why we want you to have anytime access to this so you can listen over and over and over. Repetition is kind of an amazing thing sometimes. So, as I said before, all of this is not a pricing problem. It's a marketing problem or a pricing problem with a marketing solution. So what is the right way to think about it? So I propose that you can say to yourself, where can I find the prospects who can afford my services and pay what I need to earn? Not what I'm worth, not what I want to earn, what I need to earn. And another variation on that, and once I've found them, how do I find out what they value and sell it to them for a fee that is fair to all? Right? We're not trying to gouge anyone. We're not trying to get as much as we possibly can. We're trying to figure out what is fair to them, and what is fair to you. And that usually requires a conversation and a negotiation. And that is something that a lot of people seem to fear, is the conversation about money. So again, where can I find the prospects who can afford my services and pay what I need to earn? And then once I've found them, how do I find out what they value and sell it to them for a fee that's fair to all?